This is probably their best budget magnetic keyboard yet. Let's go and check it out. Nice simple secured packaging. All of the accessories and some that I don't even know where to use will come with the keyboard. Please let me know in the comments if you know where to use this for. It does have an adhesive if I peel this off, so I'm guessing I can stick it here if I want the strap to be on the right. I appreciate the extra stuff though, but yeah, first impressions on the keyboard. It is all see-through, not just the keycaps but the case. You can see the PCB inside here, the layers. Pretty cool if you like that design. You can also get it in the pink or black color, all see-through as well, or the white with the topographic keycaps. And looks like the white variation doesn't have a see-through case, so if you prefer that. Oh, and yeah, I almost forgot to mention, what was that sticker here? It doesn't look good. You'll definitely want to peel that off, but it does leave some residue, which is what I don't like, and I don't understand why would they do that. But yeah, the keyboard is made of polycarbonate from what I can see, if you get the see-through variation at least, and it does come in around with the strap 436 grams. It's an okay weight, I have no problems with that. Then for the keycaps, these look like polycarbonate as well. Yeah, PC. I have no problems with the quality. Then for the switches, these should be ice blade magnetic switches. Here's a little sound test. It does feel and sound smooth, no problems with the sound, closed bottom, and very transparent switches as well. Feels very stable, minimal wobble. But yeah, other than these switches, you can also get them with the U-long magnetic switches. But if you also don't want those, they should be compatible with other TTC or Gateron-like magnetic switches like KOMs or Jade Pros. It is south-facing RGB, by the way. There's an under-switch padding kind of covering the RGB, but it is pretty thin and the RGB should be able to shine through it anyways. But yeah, here's a little sound test with the switches and the keycaps on. Now that does sound pretty good actually. I can see a lot of people liking this. I can hear some thought here. Very nice. You can tell they made a lot of efforts. Just look at the layers here. And the stabilizers also wasn't rattly. You can see the efforts here. There is some silicone. And I can see some lube there, which is very nice. But okay, enough with the acoustics. How about the performance? Of course, it is a magnetic keyboard. Does have adjustable actuation points, rapid trigger. Does have an accuracy of 0.01 millimeter. Very accurate. Also does have 8,000 Hz polling rate, which we will test out more in Keyboard Inspector and my latency testing tool. They're also using their self-developed DHA algorithm, which improves rapid trigger recognition, accuracy, and stability. And we'll check out more of its features in its dual platform driver web plus software, so you can have it downloaded or not. Just the website. But yeah, here's the RGB. We can clearly see it through the keycaps. I mean, it is a whole transparent keyboard here. Oh yeah, the switches we got as well here are very transparent. So yeah, very nice vibrant RGB. It is like rainbow right now, but the keycaps kind of makes it reddish. Kind of expected, I guess, if you get the red color here. But okay, I have the website where you can buy this keyboard from. Just go to support. We're gonna use the online software here because I didn't really have a good experience with it. They're a downloadable one. But okay, let's connect the device here. Cool60. And here we are. We'll be greeted with the keyboard. We can change profiles, the polling rate, 8,000 or 1,000. Clicking this will lead us to key travel. The lowest trigger point we can go is 0.2. Okay, but we do have an accuracy of 0.01 on the rapid trigger. We can also set some dead zones, and I'm not sure if this is for the top or bottom. I'm guessing bottom because we already have plenty of dead zone on top on 0.2 millimeters. But yeah, you can do that. I'm not gonna go into too much details on my reasons why I set these specific settings because I already made a separate video about that. We can also change the type of switches. We can recalibrate here, which I do recommend. We can remap the keys as well as the FN mode. We can also set keys where it will quickly switch profiles here. here. You can do all these stuffs. But okay, moving on to key binding. So here we can set DKS mod subtitle key and SOCD. Nice. Pretty much all the features you will be needing is here. We also have these guys, which sets a DKS function. Okay. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the key binding here. There's a lot we can do, 61. But yeah, moving on to the LED setting. We're already on the max brightness. We do have a good amount of effects here. Pretty customizable. I don't see a full custom mode though, where I can actually change the specific keys. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with these effects. Take that in mind though if you're particular with RGB. But yeah, moving on to macro. We can set macros here. Very nice. And then settings. Okay, seems like there's a firmware update. Okay, I just downloaded, extracted the firmware, and here it is. So we do have an update. Let's do that. Okay, I think our settings kind of reset. Do the firmware update first, guys, before setting any settings. Now let's go and test this out in Keyboard Inspector. We did set this to 8000 Hz polling rate, so let's see how accurate that is. And here's the results. Pretty accurate. 8000 Hz polling rate. No problems with that. Now let's go and test this out with my latency testing tool. This is the OSLTTCS. I'm not gonna go into too much details on how it works because I already made a separate video about that. But what it pretty much does is it measures the time between when the keycap comes into contact and when the computer actually receives the signal. And here's the results. 0.936 milliseconds. That is actually very responsive, especially compared to the last magnetic keyboard we tested from them. Their firmware definitely improved. That is amazing. That is also very responsive considering it's on 0.2 millimeters on top. So it's not even on those crazy 0.01 millimeter settings, which is, yeah, it does beat other magnetic keyboards that are on 0.01 millimeter or 0.1 millimeter on top setting. Very impressive performance. Not gonna lie though, I doubt you'll notice any difference when comparing this to the other magnetic keyboards on top of this list. You'll probably start noticing differences when there's at least a 5 millisecond difference, and bro, comparing this to the top magnetic keyboard, there isn't even a millisecond difference. But yeah, for those interested on the milliseconds, here you go. And I always give a little disclaimer that these results can still vary. There can be factors that alter their results, but these results should still be very accurate. Now without further ado, let's go and test this keyboard out more in game.
I know exactly where you are. Surprise.
Spike down.
One of these.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Oh,
4A, 4A. 4B, 4B.
Last player standing.
Like I
Spike down
everywhere.
mid.
I got the spike.
Yeah, one flank. Two flank. Off flank, off flank.
Are they going to you?
Peeking.
One enemy remaining.
Nice one.
They shot.
Oh, what?
They shot.
Two more.
Spike down A.
Yeah, last two.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
One man.
One enemy remaining.
Ling.
Thrifty.
So after playing and testing with the DAREU COOL60, here's my experience so far. Now, as you saw from my gameplay, it didn't hold me back when I was gaming. You also saw the latency test. You'll definitely be able to play your best. Very responsive. The rapid trigger worked. As soon as I press the keys, they do actuate. And as soon as I let go, they do deactivate. I did experience a little bit of an issue with one of their features, actually. It's the SOCD and with the DKS, actually. For some reason, if you bind, for example, the A and D with SOCD, they go to the default millimeter settings. It's not really that big of a deal though, because it's also pretty easy to fix, and they've been listening. The moment you're watching this video, it might have been fixed already. The last time I reviewed a DAREU keyboard, there wasn't SOCD DKS mod subtitle key on their web-based software, and I did mention that, and now they listened and they actually done it here. And it's probably available with their other magnetic keyboards as well now. I mean, just a firmware update again. But yeah, other than that, it's just been an amazing gaming magnetic keyboard. I've been having an amazing gaming experience with it. Now for my daily use, I also had no major problems with it. You did hear the typing sound, and it's pretty good. I really like it actually. It's a bit thocky. Can be personal preference, but I think it's a very decent sounding keyboard, especially for the price. And personally, I don't really have any complaints with the layout. I'm pretty used to the FN combination keys, so yeah. And it's kind of expected. Sometimes I did experience some double clickings on the space bar, but it can easily be fixed by lowering the sensitivity a little bit or by having a different profile. One for typing and one for gaming. And you saw earlier while we were exploring the software, you can set an easy quick switch profile combination key. So yeah, having multiple profiles and switching between them is going to be very easy. But yeah, amazing gaming gaming, typing, day-to-day use, experience. DAREU did a lot of updates and improvements with their keyboard. I like the acoustics of this keyboard, especially for the price. The software is so much better now. It is web-based, has all of the features you will be needing. Again, can fix those little bugs with SOCD DKS settings. And I also don't know if I was just missing it, but the quick switch profile feature combination key is also pretty new, I'm pretty sure. So I really appreciate that addition. But okay, how much is this keyboard? Do I think it's worth it, and would I recommend it? Now, at the moment of filming this video, there is a 33% off sale. So you can actually get it for as low as around $59. And usually you can use my discount code MIGSS to get like around 25% off, which is crazy. So you will still have plenty of discounts when the sale ends. But of course, right now 33% off is better than 25% off. So get it now if you're interested. So for around $59, that is a pretty budget-friendly price. You're getting a lot here. Good performance, decent quality, amazing sounds, a very decent gaming and day-to-day use experience. I think it is worth it for that price. I would recommend it. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll be putting this first link in the description. Again, get it before the discount ends. But if it ends, you can still use my discount code MIGSS and you'll still get this for a pretty competitive price. I think with my discount code MIGSS and not the 33% off right now, I still think this would be worth it. And those links in the description are also going to be my affiliate links, so I would really appreciate it if you can click those links, use those links when buying anything from DAREU or this keyboard right here. And a little disclaimer, this keyboard is sent to me by DAREU, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about this keyboard is all my honest opinions and review. But yeah, praying up that this video helped you in some way. I'll go and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.